But that aside, we can get into the match. Ponemela versus Szop. I mean, this is going to be a good one. I think maybe the two closest players in terms of skill that we've seen so far. Szop has been away from the competitive scene for a little bit, but I mean, historically, every time he's come back from a break, he's come back even better. Ponemela gets the fan. Again, one of the, like I said with Variety Bear, one of those things that I think favors challenge mode players. Szop, maybe recognizing that, just wants nothing to do with it. I can't say I blame him. No struggle from either player. The first round often seems inconsequential because, you know, it feels like both players just make it no matter what, right? But a lot of the time, it's actually pretty important to pay attention to how your opponent moves through things, because if you can find subtle advantages just in the way that they do things versus the way that you do things, you can really push that. Both players getting big ticket items here. What's the play? I see a lot of things, and I think Ponemela does too. I see a lot of things that those wires could be doing. It's so hard to pick just one. Especially when you have so little information on your opponent, you don't really know what's going to be advantageous yet. So I don't blame Ponemela for placing something that's more of like a, you know, more of a setup for future placements. From what I've seen so far, I feel like there have been a couple times. where Szop wanted to place down a perfect wire jump. So I feel like that's something we're gonna have to look out for. I mean, okay, hold on. Perfect wire jump might be the least of our worries right now, because what is this setup? Wow, okay. Szop actually gets it. That timing is a bit ridiculous though, no? I think I'm fairly certain it's possible, but this is hard. I mean, just getting the precision between those two spike balls out of a wall jump, doing that with none of this other stuff around is already difficult. As soon as you add the arrow, I mean, this is kind of ridiculous. Well, okay, and Ponemela, really close, does get the wall jump, but wall jump's a little bit too early. And now she has two uncontested attempts with this setup, and honestly, I can't tell if Szop's dead body is helping or not. Wow, Ponemela, really close. The time is ticking, but I mean, Ponemela's got it once. This is entirely possible. Gonna stay even. Neither player really wanting to make this any easier by the looks of it. Good choice by Szop, though. Okay, Soup already onto his last life here. Ponemela really taking her time to think about how she wants to do this, but I mean, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't mention that, you know, the timer is a factor. You only have 105 seconds with this rule set, or maybe it's 90. I'm the one who put it together, I probably should know, but you only have a certain amount of time to get through all of this. If you can't use all of your lives in that time, then waiting isn't really doing you any favors. Though, I mean, in this case, you know, Ponemela getting a couple unfortunate deaths, waiting might not be the factor. I think that arrow's gotta go. I think that arrow's gotta go. Okay, with that arrow gone, I mean, both of them have spike balls. They still very well could be placing something devious, but we'll see. This might be a scoring round. Oh, okay. Okay, Ponemela sets up that one wide super jump. Okay. That is well within reason. That's definitely something that I could see both these players doing, but I mean, that is difficult. No two ways about it. Ponemela just almost dying to that arrow. Does Pone have this? I think she's going a little bit too high. Yep, a little bit too high. Maybe she still has 2 lives. She could make that adaptation. Oh, wow, okay, Ponemela going back to do the setup again just so that she can bait the flower safely. Unbelievable. Okay, let's see. Does she have the super jump? She knows the mistake she made last time, still goes a little bit too high. Last life. It was looking good for her. And still gonna stay tied. You know, as even as this is right now, I feel like Ponemela has a bit of a sizable advantage. It might genuinely be in her best interest to fully do away with that super jump. And wow, whoa. Soup making it way harder. If anything, that might be the thing that forces Pone to make the adjustment or make it a bit easier. You're kidding me. You're kidding me. Okay, actually, never mind. I guess that's just a Terry jump and not a super jump. I'm tripping. Soup getting through with no issue, though. We'll see. He placed the Terry jump. Does he feel confident with that? Yeah, he's practicing his Terrys. Ponemela losing enough lives. He doesn't really have any cause to rush here. Okay. Ponemela putting the pressure on. If she can get this before Soup, I mean, that completely changes things. Both of them kind of playing it safe on this Terry jump, but I mean, eventually you're gonna hit that corner and get pushed into the spike ball. It's only a matter of time. She's practicing. Okay, she's practicing the Terry jump input. Only 20 seconds though. I mean, it's now or never, Pone. Yeah. Still technically enough time for Soup to score, but okay, wait a minute. Surely no way, right? Okay, the Terry jump kind of working against him. Okay, we have 4 rounds left. We are approaching tiebreaker, a situation where I feel like Ponemela is more likely than not going to be favored, but I don't want to call it too early, because obviously there's still a good chance that either player could score this. Great spike ball by Szop. Okay, wait a minute, this might be... That arrow placement by Ponemela, this one over here, I mean, that's the kind of thing where this could be way harder than she intended it to be. It's entirely possible. The question is, how do you even want to approach this setup? I could see... Surely you can't jump right over, right? I almost feel like that's possible. Super jump would probably make that easier. Szop really taking his time to figure this out. I mean, this is a difficult timing. He gets it though. He gets the timing, just doesn't get the jump over that spike ball in the end. But you know, Ponemela out of lives. Szop has plenty of time. This could be huge for him. Wow, okay, wait, and opting to go, instead of the wall jump, opting to go for the jump from the ground. Give yourself a little bit of an easier alignment. Now it's just a question, can he get the Terry jump? That's the only thing stopping him from scoring right now. Oh, this is one of those inputs that just totally changes. As soon as you are in a tournament game, you're afraid of that spike ball. And as soon as you're afraid of that spike ball, you play it too safe. But this is the kind of jump where you can't afford to play it safe. You need to be willing to play a little bit risky, otherwise you're never going to get the input. And Szop, again, had a great chance to score. It's not going to do it. Just 3 rounds left. Both of them taking the L-saw. If I'm Szop, I mean, it's now or never. Get rid of that Terry jump. Yep. He has the same plan. Okay, wow. Szop has totally reclaimed this advantage. And it doesn't look like Ponemela really has anything that she can do to take it back. This could be Szop's point here. Wait a minute. Ponemela does get the precision that was totally holding her back the last round. The only problem is that, you know, timing setups like these are exactly the type of thing where practice just improves you so quickly. If you're attempting this for the first time, trying to figure out that timing can be so difficult. Ponemela still manages to get it though. An amazing presence of mind, being able to bail out of the setup, does get through. Okay. Is Ponemela gonna completely flip this on his head? But Szop has an answer. Wait a minute. I mean, from my perspective, those arrows are the most difficult part of the map. And Ponemela, on her first try, manages to find the timing. And not only that, but Szop, as soon as it starts to heat up, as soon as Ponemela, you know, sets the pace, gets that point, Szop has the answer, and it's gonna stay tied. 2 rounds left. Unbelievable. I feel like for so long, neither player has been scoring, and now it almost feels like they made the map harder, and then just started scoring. This game can change up fast. Szop not able to find a placement for that wire. That could be bad for him. Oh. That is going to be difficult. That is going to be difficult, but wait a minute. I'm interested to see how this plays out, because if anybody remembers Kreutz versus Szop in Ignition, That was the set where Kreutz started using the alternate method for those Chiata jumps, right? But right after Ignition happened, AVS was discovered. And this is exactly the type of setup where AVS is useful. And these two connect because the method that Kreutz used for that Chiata jump inherently lends itself to AVS, and I know for a fact that since that set, Szop has practiced the method. I mean, if that was his intention in placing this, that was a genius move by Szop. That being said, Ponemela is kind of looking amazing at this. Yeah, okay, and exactly. If you look closely, see how Szop goes up and then his character just goes completely still while he's traveling upwards? That means he's holding both directions. He's building up his AVS, something that is extremely useful for this setup. Still can't find the timing though. Ponemela looking cocky. Watch and learn. Wait a minute! She wasn't messing around! Doesn't find the timing right after, but I mean, that was as close as you could possibly get. Oh, does that cannon kill? I think that cannon might be an insta-kill. Yeah, Ponemela doesn't want anything to do with that. Szop needs to be really careful right now. Okay. Honestly, I think that was the right play. I think that was the right play. Personally, I love seeing players who have a willingness to, like, play something that's good for them in theory, and then as soon as the theory doesn't pan out, they get rid of it. You know, that setup, with the method that Szop uses, he should theoretically have an advantage. And I know for sure that's something that he's practiced, but Ponemela demonstrated that she can get through it, and Szop lost all 4 of his lives. You know? Final round of the match, you need to be willing to make concessions and admit that, you know, maybe this wasn't the right play. Interesting. Okay, so these players are going for the wall jump here. I don't know if they recognize that is just a full jump height from the bottom. Surely that's got to be the easier way. Both of them get through, but can't get that second arrow timing. Wow. Okay. Really rough mistake by Szop. That is a tournament mistake. That's not the kind of thing you do in a casual game. I know that for sure. Ponemela, one attempt to seal this. Not gonna do it. We're going to tiebreaker. All right, let's see it. I will say, Ponemela in a speedrun, probably the player who's advantaged here. She has a lot of experience. She's one of the best PH1 speedrunners. But that being said, I think the map is difficult enough right now that it's not a speedrun yet. I don't think even with one round of bombing, I don't think there's any guarantee that either player makes it. Szop needs to be really careful about what he bombs here because he doesn't want to risk turning this in to a speedrun in the first place because that's not a situation where he has the advantage. He kind of needs to score a point this round, if anything, to hold on. Not to say that there isn't a world where he beats Ponemela in the speedrun. Far from saying that, but this is definitely his best chance. Okay, wait. This could be it. This could be it. Okay, Szop gets through. Ponemela not far behind. Okay, the pressure is completely off of Szop now. And that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it. Szop advancing through. GG. This is one of those matches where, like, neither player scored, but it was close the entire time. And it was back and forth. I feel like for the first half of the match, Ponemela really did have an advantage, but Szop kind of ran away with it. You know, he found a bunch of placements that worked for him. He was willing to be, you know, responsive in his builds. Anytime Ponemela got the advantage, he shut it down. Really good play overall from Szop.